What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today over on PrizePicks. These plays can also apply to other apps out there as well as sports books. These plays should apply to everywhere. We are undefeated so far in the NBA playoffs, and we have hit 8 straight plays in these YouTube videos between the NBA and the MLB. Let's take cash. We get some more winners today. I have 3 plays for you guys in this video since hit the like goal in yesterday's video. If you want a third play tomorrow also, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175 likes, and I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. We've been hot, and my god is the DubClub cashing. I posted 5 correlation slips into the Discord yesterday, 2 of which cashed, a 20.5x and a 16x cash. And again, I only posted 5 slips. This slip here, by the way, also a different one, missed by just one Josh Jung RBI right there. So we were one guy away right there. And the other one here, the Athletics, missed by one leg also in Stephen Kwan. So we had 4 of our 5 entries yesterday go 5 for 6 or better. We've been cashing like crazy over in the DubClub. We've also just broke 90 units of profit in the NBA this year, so if you want to join, you can do so down in my description. There's a 2-day free trial available where you can join for the 2 days for free, and if you don't like it, you can just cancel it. Or you can also join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off your first month. Because if you go past this trial, it would end up being $35, but if you just join right now, it's $20 cheaper at only $15. So you get all of my plays sent straight to your phone, which are again over 90 units of profit this year, over 140 between the NBA and the NHL. You get all of my correlation plays, my underdog streaks plays, which by the way, we have just started a streak, and we are 3-0 to start the streak. You also get access to my community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or what's going on, as well as my contributors plays here too, and Asmi's emo and prop the props. Asmi's just had a sweep yesterday. He's been crushing it. Emo is 4-0 in the NBA playoffs, including 15-1 in his last 16 plays. And Prop the Props does great work as always, posts a lot of MLB plays. And I should be adding another guy here into the Discord also, posting his soccer plays, which I'm super excited about because he's been crushing it in the Discord chat. So I really do believe there's a ton of value available over in my DubClub. So check it out for 2 days for free. If you don't like it, just cancel it. That link is available in my description. But also, you can just join right now for $20 off if you want to get in right now. Both options are available, again, in my description. There's some pretty good-looking slates here, too, for these correlation plays, I think, today. A lot of these teams are really favored over their team total today, so I'm thinking we're going to have some pretty good correlation slips posted today, but let's get to these free plays. Make sure they play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe if you have not already. The most important thing, though, is having those notifications on. That way we can get in before these lines get bumped to get removed. Let's get to these plays. The first play I like on the NBA today is going to be over in the PRA category, because I like Onyeka Okongwu here, over 28 PRA. I think he's in a great spot here against Miami. So he's had a pretty good first couple of games here, or like recent games is what I want to say here. He's been over this in 4 of his last 10, but has had some pretty dominating games as of late. And what I want to focus on here is his high minutes he's been playing. And you can just see the last playoff game here, or the first playoff game, the play-in game here. They ended up losing this game by 25 points, yet he still played 32 minutes in that game, which is pretty important here. Because in games where he plays at least 30 minutes, he's actually over this in about 71% of games this year. He's been pretty damn good. And you also see that guys like Clint Capella, of course, out tonight. And I think this matchup against Miami is actually a pretty good one. Opposing centers have ranked 13th points allowed per game, 22nd in rebounds allowed per game, and 8th in assists allowed per game. At least that's how Miami is ranked to opposing centers this year. So it's not too terrible of a matchup here. It is also a 1.5 point spread. We should be getting a close competitive game. And of course, this game is going to be win or go home. Now, I really don't like this matchup for Trae Young that much. I think they're going to really trying to clamp down on him a little bit because he was pretty much the only reason they were even in that game there against Orlando. I mean, it would have been a lot worse even if Trae Young didn't drop 27 points or whatever he did. But you see what he's done against Miami, though, this year. It's not exactly the most promising, but he has had 28, 25, and 24 PRA against them. All these were much different situations with guys like Clint Capella playing, and just there's other situations that were going on in these games. I think he's in a much better spot this time around with a 1.5 point spread and his insanely high minutes that I'm expecting today, because like even in games where he's played at least 32 minutes, he's over in 77%, which is 10 out of 13. Other centers, though, have been pretty dominant against him in the past. Even some of these more recent guys here, like Tristan Vukovic here with 44. Nikola had 29 PRA against him with a 31.5 line, as you see there. We also have guys here like Nikola Vukovic again with 39. Adam Bona here with 28. Although, again, these are pretty different situations. I mean, much different situations than a play-in game. So, kind of harder to take a look at there in terms of past centers against them. We have guys like Jalen Johnson and Clint Capella out today still, which is pretty impactful for Onyeka, as you can see here. Overall, I think this line is just way too low for the minutes that I'm expecting him to see here because, like I said, he played 32 minutes in a blood situation last game. He could have gotten up to about 40 minutes in that game. He really could have. And, you know, when he plays 40-plus minutes, he's been pretty dominant in the past here. If they're going to want his rebounding ability to a lot here against Miami, they're going to need it. And they've clearly wanted that in the past, too, because he played high minutes even in regular season games against Miami. So He should be on the court at almost all times here. I think 28 PRA is doable here for Onyeka in this spot here against Miami tonight. Before we get to my next couple plays in this video, if you're not yet on Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best DFS app out there right now. It's available in most states, and if you use promo code DOMG, you get a first on a Podge match up to $100, and you should also get a free square when you sign up. And they also have promos all the time for current users. Like right now, we have a $5 protected pick for golf available right now. They also have promos like discounts and boost pretty much every single day on this app for sports like the NBA or the MLB. It's an awesome app, like I said. If you want it for yourself, get it for yourself in my description and use that promo code DOMG. They also can offer some better payouts than an app like PrizePicks. Like, for example, if you like Rudy Gobert over points, and let's say a guy like Trae Young over points today, pays at a 3.41x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. Get this app for yourself in my description. Use that promo code DOMG. Getting to my second play here, we're going to head over to the points category this time around on the PrizePicks board, because tonight I like Jaren Jackson Jr. yet again. He came through for us last time, and I like him again, of course, tonight over his points at 14.5. I'm okay with this full game points over 20.5 if you want to take on some more risk. But I think the Goblin at 14.5 is just a very, very good spot. And if you really want like a better payout, you could also take like 15.5 or 18.5, for example. But, I like the bare minimum here at 14.5. I think it's a really nice spot here for JJJ. He's been over this in 84% of games this year, as you can see. So already just clearly a great spot. And with the minutes he's been playing recently, he's played 36 plus minutes in 3 straight games. I see this one just being a spot where he flies over. So games where he's played at least 30 minutes this year, he's over 95%. And when he plays at least 32 minutes, he gets even better at 29 out of 30 games this year. So I think you guys can kind of get why I like the spot so much for Jaren Jackson Jr. It's a Green Goblin here, and it is a lower payout, but I think personally, in my opinion, it's a good boost to your payout. At least I like the boost to the payout. It's like a 3.5x if you pair it with 2 normal squares on PrizePicks. And the matchup against Dallas here is pretty good also, ranking 20th in points per game this year. But to power forwards, they still rank 20th at 23.7 per game allowed. So I think he's in a pretty good spot. At home this year, he's over an 86%, as you can see there. We do look at some other lines too here at like 18.5 though, over in 69% of games. But when he plays at least 30 minutes, he's been over this in about 81% of games. He has like hooked this line though twice in those last 2 games here against Denver and against Golden State. But regardless, I think he's in a pretty good spot. Like last game, he just shot 6 for 15. And of course, there's a little bit of opportunity that John Morant doesn't play in this game, or at least somewhat limited, at least in his ability, not in terms of minutes, but his ability, which I think just could further put Jaren Jackson Jr. in a great spot. So I think he's in a good spot no matter what you take for his points, but of course, I like the bare minimum of 14.5, but if you want to get a little bit greedy and go with the other points, I think that's also good to me too. We're going to get to my third play now, and again, if you guys want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175 likes, and I drop a third play tomorrow also. We're going to head over to the hits, runs, and RBIs category this time around. That's because tonight I like Jung Hoo Lee over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. It's going to be the late game in the MLB tonight against the Los Angeles Angels. The Giants are in a pretty good spot, I think. They're about a minus 105 over a 4.5 team total, which is pretty good for the most part. A lot of teams are a little bit less than that. They're usually around the 3.5 line, but he has been over this in 72% of games this year, but against a lefty like Tyler Anderson is, he's over in 3 out of 5. However, this game does not really count because he only had 1 plate appearance, which would have been a do not play over on PrizePicks, so he would have just had no action there. But overall, he's been pretty good against lefties, especially this year, because this year overall, he has a 348 batting average, but against lefties, he has a 450 batting average. So he's one of the rare guys that are actually pretty good against the same handiness pitching, because it is going to be a lefty on a lefty, but he's been pretty good in those situations this year. So I'm not really concerned about that, because usually, if you don't know anything about MLB, it's usually a little bit better to take a righty against a lefty pitcher or vice versa. But you see here, though, that he has had a pretty good history, like I said, this year against lefties. And Tyler Anderson this year has been on the rougher side. He has a 10-12 ERA to start off the year, at least against lefties, which is a pretty big difference here compared to his full season stats at a 2.87 ERA. So his batting average this year is at a 151 allowed to lefties, 385. So this just looks great to me here because Jung Hoo Lee's crushing lefties, while Tyler Anderson is getting crushed by lefties. So that just makes a lot of sense to me here if they can go over this here. And like I said, with the team total being a minus 105 over 4.5, I think it's a pretty good spot. Hopefully they have around 4 or 5 runs, if not even more. That'd be great. But you see how he's been against his opposing pitches because he's a 448 on-base average this year. Fastball is a little bit down at a 225. Changeup is still really good at a 423, but the cutter is really, really good at a 625 on-base average. So I think he's in a pretty good spot there. Most guys are going to be pretty good against fastball. He usually is. He just had a rougher start this year. Not concerned about that. So overall, I think he's in a great spot here against Tyler Anderson in the lefty-lefty matchup. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub right now. You can get in right now with a 2-day free trial or join for the next month for only $15. We crushed it yesterday over in this PrizePicks correlation tab here. 5 slips posted, 2 bangs with a 16x and a 20.5x. And of course, we were 2 legs away on 2 different entries from making that 4 out of 5 slips cashing for like 20x and whatever the other one was, the athletics one, 21.5x. We were stupid close to almost 100xing our money, nearly. And that's just one reason to join. There's also underdog streaks posted, which we are 3-0 in. You also have the community chat. You have my contributors posting plays here, like Emo here coming off a sweep, Asmies also coming off of a sweep, and also Emo being 4-0 in the NBA playoffs. I mean, these guys are crushing it here. And of course, we have some soccer guys coming here also to the Discord. So I really do believe that there's so much value available. There's a 2-day free trial available, or join for the next month for only $15. Both options are linked. Here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here can show off the best bet value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some value right now on Brian Wu on their fantasy score. Some League of Legends plays here, as well as some CSGO plays, as well as like Dennis Schroeder over points and rebounds at 9.5. And if you want to find a good value play, like on PrizePicks, like a slip, if you click on plus V plays, you can filter it down to a 2-bit power play or same with a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. If you find plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value, you can put them in your entry. It's an awesome tool. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and then scroll down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG. But they have another tool sold separately called the AI Slip Generator. This tool is over 2,000 US of profit since last year, and there are 16 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog or PrizePicks. Even like Flip, even better. But right now on PrizePicks, there is a 6-pick flex that they like, which has a pretty big profit margin right now of 14.43%. Has some League of Legends plays here, some NBA plays, some CSGO plays. It's a really nice looking slip here. And if you want to click, if you want to put this in PrizePicks, it's super easy to do. You click on Bet on PrizePicks, and it gives you the link right there to put it just in a PrizePicks really easily. It's an awesome tool. Get this one for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator, and then scroll down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG yet again. But thank you for watching us. Hopefully in the next video, best of luck. If you want to make for $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right now.